Gemini, what's up, and welcome to your mid-month reading. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of your love and support. I appreciate you guys. We're going to see what's going on for you for the second half of April. See what you guys need to look out for, be aware of. If this reading helps or resonates, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, the info on how to book is in the description box down below. But yeah, let's get into this. Let's see what's going on for you, what you should look out for, what's coming your way for the second half of April 2023. What's going on for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have the shark. We also have the bat and the octopus. Okay, this is very eclipsy. This is kind of similar vibes for you as well as Scorpio. Scorpio had the shark. They had other cards, but if you have any Scorpio placements, if you're dealing with Scorpio, maybe go listen to that reading. There's some sort of deep cycle that's like ending. There's an end of some sort of cycle here. It's a deep cycle that's like stemmed deeply within you, like a deeply rooted cycle. We have spirit energy coming out. Okay, so this is some deep shit being brought up, bubbling up to the surface. All right, Gemini, so be easy on yourself. As we're heading into this solar eclipse in Aries, be extra kind, be extra gentle to yourself because the energy might be intense, okay? You might be feeling the vibes, like feeling a little overwhelmed, feeling a little, or a lot, like in your head, trying to juggle a lot, lots of people, lots of feelings, lots of emotions, lots of thoughts, and just feeling like, oh, all over the place. And, just taking on a lot. So even just like knowing your boundaries, knowing your worth, not taking on more than you can handle. Be mindful if you're like a people pleaser or like ex people pleaser, this might be a bit of a test, or in the second half of April you might have a bit of a test popping up to see like, are you gonna fall back into old ways, old habits, old cycles, right? And people pleasing is just one of the examples of the octopus, but even other cycles that you might be aware of or that you've like been actively working on, improving, unlearning, changing. There might be a little bit of like a test, right? With these eclipses, they kind of bring us a bit of tests or like situations that kind of evaluate where we're at in our personal journeys. So just saying, with the shark coming up, this is water energy. So yeah, you're feeling the emotions. You're feeling things very deeply. You're feeling way more sensitive, especially if you have any Aries or Libra placements. Even if you have like Cancerian placements, because Cancers are ruled by the moon and we got all this lunar energy. So just saying, you might be feeling a little bit more if you have those strong placements. But so with the shark coming out, this is representing something that's been kind of like lurking in the depths, lurking in the darkness, lurking in like the deep, dark waters. And it's like, it's come up from time to time. This has been like a reoccurring situation. And it's just like, you got to confront this or face this head on. This normally talks about needing to be honest. There's something you got to be honest about or come clean about, or like there's information that could be revealed to you, especially with the bat coming out. This can represent secrets. This can represent hidden knowledge or things that haven't been expressed that are now coming to light. This is definitely like illumination over here. So something could be illuminated in the next couple of weeks, finding out some sort of truth or getting clarity about situations that you weren't quite sure about or you didn't fully understand or get the bigger picture. Now you are, or these next few weeks, it's like lots of breakthroughs you're experiencing. The bat is all about transformation. It's about releasing, letting go, purifying yourself, your energy, your space. There's like some cleaning up that's needed, a little bit of spring cleaning, maybe a little bit of organizing, throwing some things out, you know, just cleaning your home, just doing things like that, just clearing out and creating space, even emotionally. Like maybe you're and we got double water out here with the shark and the octopus, so it's just like if you got these built up of emotions, it's really important that you let it out. It's interesting because although we have it's a new moon eclipse in Aries, it's a second new moon in Aries, it kind of is giving like full moon vibes. At least for me, I kind of feel like it's just such like intense thing, like realizations I've been experiencing or like feelings and thoughts and I've been dealing with the last like couple of days, and people I know have been experiencing this. It's just like there's like deep shifts taking place, and so it's feeling like full moon vibes, even though it's not, even though it's a new moon. It just feels like there's like this intensity. And that is exactly what this bat is all about. It's like, it's intense. It's like, it's just full on. And like, that's why as you're going through these changes, as you're working through and like shedding old weight, old dead skins and old beliefs, and like, you know, just clearing up the crap, the residue is kind of like overwhelming. Or you might have moments where you just kind of have a little bit of a breakdown, or you just are feeling a whole bunch of emotions all at once. Like one moment you're like great, you're happy, you're amazing, and the next moment you feel like you want to cry, and you're like, why are my emotions all over the place? It's like, yeah, it's just an eclipse. The eclipse be eclipsing. Let's just blame it on the eclipse. So you know, try your best to surrender. Try your best to just like go with the current, go with the flow. Try your best not to resist. The more you lean into this, the more you just kind of like don't resist, the easier, the more smoother things will be. If you're all tense, if you're all like stiff, it's going to be more challenging. The more you try to resist, the more you try to fight the current, the more exhausting it's going to be. So just ride out the waves, take it easy on yourself, be kind, be gentle. But yeah, these next couple of weeks for you, it's deep, it might be emotional, you might have some revelations, some realizations, and you know, there's definitely like this overactive mind. Like your crown might be just like really activated, or like really opening to like new ideas, or just seeing things differently, or just, you know, completely different perspectives that you didn't see before. It's very transformative though, it's very healing, it's just deep. It's a deep time. And like I'm noticing like overall the readings that I've just done over the last couple of days, the similar vibes, like, right, we're all dealing with the same energy, just handling it differently. And I'm kind of seeing like overlapping of themes / similarities in some of these readings. So it's like, this is interesting to see how like the collective is dealing with this. So anyways, let's get into this reading. Let me pull some tarot messages. Let's get the specifics. Let's get the nitty gritty for Gemini. I was about to say Capricorn. I just did Capricorn's reading though, so that could be it. What's going on for Gemini for the second half of April 2023? What's going on for Gemini? I know your birthday season's coming up, just like, you know, in the near future. Not like, we still got Taurus season to go through, but then you guys are up next. So there might even be that kind of on your mind, being like, oh my God, my birthday's coming up in just like a little less than 2 months. Like, what am I doing with my life? Or, you know, even like stressing about things like that, or just like, you know, how come another year has passed? Oh my God. Like, you know, that kind of stuff could be kind of overwhelming you too. It's feeling like with the shark, it's like there's something that like is intimidating you, or you're feeling a bit nervous about. Right? But it's like, you don't need to be so afraid, or like something that you're afraid about or scared of. It's like, it might not be as severe as you think it is. Right? They're very sharks are very curious. They're very sensitive animals. They're not like, you know, everyone's like, oh, they're killers. Then, you know, they're not. They're just curious. Like they see someone floating up in the surface, like near up there, they swim up because they're like, oh, what is this? Like they're hungry, right? They're like, oh, this looks good for lunch. Like it's not intentional. They're just curious. And so like there's this curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat. But satisfaction brought it back. What is up? What is going on? Why am I receiving this shit? So random. Okay. What's going on for Gemini? We got the Four of Pentacles. You might want to hold back from making large purchases for the second half of April. We do have Mercury retrograde taking place at the end of the month. It'll be in Taurus. Taurus rules our physical world, our 3D, the tangible, our resources, our money, right? So during Mercury retrograde, you may have the urge to go splurge, to go buy that fancy car, to go sign that contract, to like put a down payment on something, or like, you know, there might be the vibe where it's like you want to make investments. My nose is getting itchy. Stop it. The energy. Spirit is saying you might want to hold off, or you might want to do a little bit more research, or you might want to look a little bit more into it. Okay, with this Four of Pentacles, it's kind of like you might want to wait. That's just like the first thing coming to mind. This is also like the vibe of like holding back. Can also, in this Four of Pentacles in this deck, it can be it can represent a bit of like selfishness. So we need more cards. We need more details. See how this will play out, or like how this, okay, look, 9 of Swords. Some of you are like stressing about like not having enough, or you're like pinching pennies. You're like worrying. Let's get some more about this. 10 of Pentacles, but you do have enough. You have more than enough. Abundance is all around you, but you're like worried, or you could be stressing about your family, or family matters are just stressing you out. Home, maybe you're dealing with like home renovations, having to fix up things in the home, or like, yeah, there might be some like remodeling, or even just like, why were the words, you know, with Mercury retrograde, like electronics seem to fuck up, heart appliances having issues, like like last Mercury retrograde I had issues with my washer machine. That was stupid, but it was so dumb, and like it was just like one thing after another, the light bulb went out, and then the coffee machine stopped working. Like it was just stupid shit like that. It's just like, really. And it just could be the smallest little things that just set you off, right? The smallest little, just because you're taking on so much already, you're feeling overwhelmed, and just one thing after another. And when you finally think, okay, cross that off the list, you're like, oh, I have 5 more things to add to the list. It's just like, oh, can you get a break, right? You're like, can I get a freaking break, bitch? Well, what's the answer to that? We have a card that fell down. I can't see it because it fell. 10 of Wands reverse. Yes, you can get a break. Okay. We asked, I was like, can you get a break? Spirit said, yes, indeed, Gemini. A break is coming. A break is what you need. You need a release. You've been carrying the load for freaking too long. Ugh, not so much any longer. Okay, what's at the bottom? We got the 7 of Wands. We got the Page of Swords reverse. We also have the 6 of Cups, 4 of Wands. So you got some things on your mind regarding your past. Maybe there's this vibe of reconnecting to like past friends, old connections. 6 of Cups and this 4 of Wands. Even like going back to like your childhood, or like there's like this visiting of like old times, or memory lane. There's something about memory lane, trip down memory lane. Just being reminded a bit of the past here, maybe it's like plans that you had, you're building off of them. It's not necessarily like you're scrapping it, but you're like adjusting it or making some changes on some plans that, like, you know, good idea, but just needs some seasoning. It's too bland. There's plans that you made a while back, it worked for then, but now it doesn't, you know, you need something more. Like you're asking for something more here. Like there's something of like you building off of a foundation that you've already laid, but it's like building on that, expanding on that. How can you think bigger? How can you think better? How can you like improve it? There's like something about improvements here that are needed. That 7 of Wands and this Page of Swords reversed. What is this? Let me show you. Just have to look at it. I'm gonna look at my screen. If you're wondering what is she looking at over there? It's my screen. I've had a few comments of that lately. I'm like, dude, I need to see the cards too. Yes, I don't have this all like just the pictures memorized. I have photogenic memory. I wish. I don't. I'm looking over my screen. There's this vibe. Now this might not apply for everybody here, but this Page of Swords reverse and the 7 of Wands. This is like being on the defense, or feeling like you need to like defend yourself or defend your name or defend somebody. Like this is a vibe where it's like there could, with this Page of Swords reverse, like this is someone who's like not being truthful or not being honest or not being direct, and this 7 of Wands is like fully confronting it. So like if there's someone who's like playing games or like speaking negatively, or like talking about you, or just up to no good, or like playing funny business, like I just see you kind of confronting it or speaking up about it, or just addressing it, being honest and like using your voice here, right? That's all the shark is about. It's like be open, be direct, be clear, be a little cutthroat if you gotta, like put someone in their place if you need to. Because maybe in the past you didn't. We'll clarify that. Because it's like you want the truth, or you're demanding clarity, or you're demanding, like, just be straightforward, or just be honest with me. Just be blunt. And this could be tying in with, like, if this is, like, a person you're doing, it's like you obviously have a past here. There's obviously, like, some history here. Or maybe this is, like, a reoccurring thing that pops up from time to time. Maybe this is, like, again, someone that you're related to, or family, or you work with, or someone who's close to you. There's, like, a release, so 10 of Pentacles, and then the 10 of Wands reversed. So, like, there's something about, like, your routine, or your structure, or, like, something that, like, represents stability in your life, but, like, you're releasing something. There's some sort of, like, change in regards to that. You could be, like, excuse me, oh my god. My throat just, like, got really tight all of a second. So, maybe this is, like, for someone who struggles with, like, wow, I'm saying like, I know, shut up. Don't you dare comment about it. There was one person who was like, you say like too much. Shh, I don't care, okay? There could be this vibe where you are just, you're worrying or stressing about something, about, like, taking some sort of action, and, like, how others will react, or you're holding something back when you're stressing out about it. Wow, and I don't know what the hell that was. That was my closet made a loud cracking bang sound. I don't know what that was. Maybe, this is for someone, are you, like, holding back information, or holding back secret, or holding back knowledge or information, or, like, not telling either family or someone close to you or someone nearby, like, you're not telling someone something, and by you keeping your mouth zipped, you're feeling anxious about it, or, like, feeling guilty about it, or is that what's going on for some of you? Because you're worried, like, they won't get it, or they won't understand. Who knows? Let me know if that's your situation. There's lots of different messages. This reading feels, I don't know, it's feeling a little wacky. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with the vibes. What are you restless about? What are you stressing about? 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords for Gemini. What is Gemini so stressed or worried about? My deck's upside down? Okay. 9 of Swords for Gemini. Why is the 9 of Swords here? With the Ace of Swords. You're, like, worried about whether or not people understand you, or understand your vision, or your truth, or we have the King of Swords reversed. Aquarius, 6 of Pentacles. Anything else? 5 of Cups. So you feel misunderstood. You're feeling, like, disappointed. There's disappointment here. 5 of Cups with the 9 of Swords. You're hurting your own feelings, or maybe you're the thoughts that you're having. The thoughts that you're having, or the things that you're telling yourself. You're hurting your own feelings, or you're upsetting yourself, or you're just, like, overthinking something, and it just makes you feel really bad. And you might be feeling agitated. You might be feeling really sensitive, overly emotional. You're trying to, like, detach from your emotions, but then it's just making you go stone cold and just making you feel like crap. Maybe you're dealing with someone who's just been very rude, or very harsh, or very mean. This King of Swords reverse can represent someone who's very, very rude, very nasty. Maybe, and then combining it with the 4 of Pentacles, this can be representing someone who's, like, very self-centered, very selfish, and, like, no care for anybody else. So are you dealing with somebody like that? Sorry, I'm, like, combing my hair. Are you dealing with someone like that? Aquarius energy. Because something is feeling unfair. Something feels unfair. That's why we have the 5 of Cups out here. You're getting clarity, like, hey, something about this situation, something about this relationship, this environment, this place, this job, like something is unfair, and this is not how it should be. It should be like this: Ace of Swords, Six of Pentacles. It should be fair, it should be equal, there should be balance here, consistency, reciprocation, and it's not. And am I the bad guy for feeling this way? Am I just being overly sensitive? Am I just being too soft? Maybe that's what someone's telling you. This King of Swords reverse, suck it up, get over it. You're being too sensitive. You're being a crybaby. Like, this is someone who's very dismissive, especially when it comes to emotions. The King of Swords reverse has no freaking patience for emotions at all. And you could be, so some of you are dealing with a person like that. And so with this Four of Pentacles, it's like you're holding back because every time you go to like express or address or speak up about what's on your mind or what's bothering you, it just gets dismissed or shut down. And it just, yeah, it just makes you feel like shit, dude. So is that something that you're like wanting to cut yourself free from? That Ten of Wands reverse, release. And if this is involving family, that could be challenging, right? If this is like a family member, it's a lot easier than just like, okay, block, because if you're related to them, if you've got family with them, if you like, you know, relatives and all that, it can get messy. It can get messy. What is this reading about? I feel like I've said like a billion different messages. I have no freaking clue. The Ten of Wands reverse for Gemini. I just have faith. Whoever this is for, we'll find this. Ten of Wands reverse for Gemini. Just it seems like, however this reading kind of like plays out, or whatever messages that continue to come through, this just feels like intense. It feels emotional. There's like a bit of awkwardness or discomfort. But that will change. Wow, death at the bottom. That was definitely going to change. Tell me about the Ten of Wands reverse. You have the Seven of Wands reverse. Double confirmation. Like, something's just not worth fighting for. Especially if you feel like you constantly have to, like, prove yourself. Or going back to the Seven of Wands and this Page of Swords. Trying to prove yourself so that people understand you. But this Page of Swords reverse, they're determined to not get you. They're determined to always misunderstand you. You tell them the sky is blue and they'll be like, no, the sky has clouds in it. Or like, you tell them anything, they'll always just try to like combat you, or like it's always just like a battle, and it's exhausting. And so even with that Six of Cups and the Four of Wands, you might be just like looking back at past times and things were way more calm, way more peaceful, and you're just like, how do I get back to that? Back when I didn't have this thing, this person, this pressure, this bullshit in my life. You're like looking back, Six of Cups, Four of Wands, you're looking back up, oh, I remember when life was peaceful without you in it. Or like, without it. And you was clarifying the Ten of Wands reverse, like releasing, letting go, not holding on to the baggage. The Seven of Wands reverse is like just giving up the fight. Something's just not worth fighting for. It's just not worth it. Six of Swords, we're saying, yeah, you might just want to switch gears, move away from this, put some space, put some distance. Not Prince of Swords reverse, yeah, this is just not worth your energy, like, pursuing. You might want to just, like, put it on ice. Five of Pentacles, put this on ice. Freeze it. Literally, Wheel of Fortune reverse. Alright, so Spirit, whatever this is, Gemini, however this applies to your situation, Spirit is saying you might just want to freeze this whole thing, like put it on pause. Ten of Swords, yeah, just call it quits. Just end it now. End it here. End it now. Free yourself from this. However this is. Oh my God, can we clarify this Ten of Pentacles? Is this like family? Is this where you live? Like how? You need some space. Don't just Ten of Pentacles. I feel like that will kind of give me clarity of like, how is this, where is this playing out for you? Is this like a job? Talking the Ten of Pentacles for Gemini. And normally I love the Ten of Pentacles, but with those current surroundings, it's just like, it kind of is giving yucky vibes. Like you owe somebody, or you may feel like someone, Temperance reverse. See, so there's imbalance. So basically there's imbalance in some sort of foundation, home situation, job, involving multiple people. There's imbalance here. Something feels unfair. Something feels just like completely one-sided. And that's also the Octopus, where maybe you're dealing with like relationships where they just dump all of their crap onto you, expect you to put out the fires, and you're just done. You're done putting out other people's fires. You got your own fires to take care of. And Also, in the days where you don't have fires, 9 of Cups, and you're just minding your own business, enjoying your own life, the last thing you want to deal with, the last thing you want to do is hear someone else talk and complain and bitch about like their issues. Like, peace and love, like support, spread love, you know, be there for one another. But at the same time, it's like, if it's one-sided all the freaking time, or there's just someone who's always miserable, they have nothing positive to say, that shit is draining. It is negative. And you know what, there are freaking facts, there are studies where it's like, if you're around plants and you speak positive things to them, if you're like, I love you, plant, you like give them good energy, they grow great. If you speak negatively to the plants, if you are yelling at them, you call them, you're ugly, you're a bitch, fuck you, the plants die. Like, there are studies on it. So it's like, that is itself like a fact. So it's just like, misery loves company, and you're just trying to live your best life, and it just feels like there's other energies around you that are kind of dragging you down, and it's like, you don't want to be an asshole by like not being there or like not supporting, but at the same time, if you are honest with yourself, were they ever there for you? Or they, you know, like, is it really balanced? Because it's showing up in this reading consistently that there's something out of balance, it's just unfair, just not. Yeah, you're like, you're stuck. You're like, what do I do? Well, you know what? Oh, what do you do, Gemini? For the best case scenario, 8 of Wands. I think you just need to be honest or communicate or just like speak up. Maybe you already have, though. That's the thing. Some of you already have, and you're like, oh, I've tried, and they just don't get it. Okay, well, then that's it. That's the sign. You tried your best. Now it's time to go. If you haven't spoken up, if you haven't been open or direct or communicate what's going on, how you're feeling, here's your chance. Here's the opportunity to. But if you already have and nothing's changed, there you go. There's the sign. You gotta leave, or you gotta do something about it. You gotta like distance yourself, or you gotta do what's best for you. I'm not telling you what to do. But if you haven't already tried to address it, this is your chance to. But some of you already have. And if you already have, well then there you go. Boom, done, go, bye-bye. Free yourself from this crap. Because seriously, anyways, y'all, this freaking reading, I don't know what I'm going to call it. I'm sending you guys so much love, though. I'm wishing you all the best, whoever this resonates with, because this was like specific messages, lots of random shit. I don't even know what I'm going to call it. But hope that this helps whoever this was for. I'm sending you so much love your way, so much strength, so much positive energy your way. Eclipse energies upon us, y'all. So if things get intense or emotional, just remember we got big shifts upon us, big changes, things that are happening right now may be correlating for 6 months. Like the next 6 months, 6 months from now, things are gonna be really juicy. So anyways, I'm going to leave your reading here, Gemini. I hope this was helpful. Hope that this was insightful. I'm going to let you go. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and if you'd like to book a private reading with me, the info's in the description box, okay? Bye!